Bitcoin has crashed mega hard today, down 19% at its lowest. Altcoins, of course, bleeding out much heavier than Bitcoin did. Pretty crazy day in crypto today. Leverage traders getting wiped out. And at the same time, good news with El Salvador officially enacting the laws making Bitcoin legal tender in El Salvador. Great news. I'll be covering all of that and more in today's video. My name's Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing. So if that is a topic you'd like to learn some more about, make sure you subscribe to Lark Davis channel, gently tap on the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm, and click on the notification bell to know when I put out a new video. So let's go ahead and turn over to the charts to get started off with. And wow. Just wow, that's a heck of a candle, man. Look at this. 19%, boom, just smashed down like crazy. That is an epic daily candle. $10,000 down for the day. Of course, that was at the wick. We did close back above the 200-day moving average for that daily candle. So that's good news. That is some good news to take away here from this dip. Now, did I perfectly buy the Bitcoin dip? No, I did not. I missed it. My buy orders were in at $42,500. We, of course, did not quite get that low. I think a couple of exchanges did get that low, not on BINANCE where I had my buy orders in at. Can't catch them all, guys. Can't catch them all. I did get some orders filled on Elrond. I did get some orders filled on Polkadot. So that feels good anyway. Sometimes it pays to have those kind of stink bids put in because sometimes you wake up and the markets crash by 20%. That's what happens sometimes in crypto land. It's actually pretty normal stuff. Very interesting as well to see the price cascading all the way down to basically hit our area of support. Look at that. Coming straight back down, basically retesting that support. Previous resistance, flipping it into support over here. That's pretty damn crazy if you ask me. Now, right now, we are still trading above the 200-day moving average. Obviously, that's a very good thing to see. I think that's important for us to maintain above this line. But when these market panic events start, things can cascade and we could see more downside coming over the next few days for the crypto markets. Bitcoin, $42,500 and $40,000. Those are key zones of price support, particularly for Bitcoin. This area here, upper 30,000s up to $40,000. A lot of price confluence with buyers having bought a lot of Bitcoin in that zone right there. So very important level of support for us right here as well. So if you're looking to put those lower buy orders in, those are two interesting areas to do it. Altcoins, if we do see more downside for Bitcoin, I would expect those to see some significant losses, basically equating into significant buying opportunities. Now, I personally am disappointed that we didn't actually continue our breakout here. We've been trying for so long to break above 50K. We finally broke above 50K, finally got above our zone of resistance here, and look at that. That is epic rejection. Now, this 20% daily down candle, if you're new around here, we really have to talk about this because what we've just seen is nothing out of the ordinary. It might sound crazy, it might seem scary if this is your first rodeo, but realistically, this is pretty common stuff for Bitcoin. Let's look back at what's happened just this year, just talking about 2021. 31% daily candle. Back on 19 May, we had a 16% drop, single daily candle. 12 May, we had a candle that dropped by 19% on the 23rd of February. We have a candle that dropped by 15% on the 21st of January, a 21% daily candle drop on the 11th of January. We had a 17% daily drop on the 4th of January. I've missed some other big ones over here. Long story short, there's been some pretty epically big sell-off candles that happen in the crypto markets. Now, when we do get these big initial sell-offs like happened today, more often than not, they lead to more downside. Now, not always. You can see here, for example, back at the start of the year, we had a pretty epic sell-off candle right here, 17% down in a day, completely recovered, blasted up. Went on to hit a new high to start the year off. That being said, more often than not, what happens? Big sell-off, further sell-off, further sell-off. Big sell-off candle, further sell-off, big sell-off candle, further sell-off. More often than not, that's what happens. So we get our big initial candle, and as we saw here, the price didn't stop until we actually got down to 26%. That was in the February sell-off. We could look here. We saw our big initial candle drop, 15%. The total sell-off, peak to trough, 26%. We saw a similar thing here, massive daily sell-off candle, peak to trough of that entire correction, 30%. Just gives you some perspective that A, this is totally normal for the cryptocurrency markets. You should expect this stuff in a bull run. Volatility is the price you pay for performance. And also, do not be surprised if we get some more downside. Now, there's a chance that that's just a one-off mega epic dump candle and that things revert to their mean in the not so distant future. More often than not, these kind of massive dumps come before we see more downside coming in. Again, I told you your support levels to be watching for, $42,500 and $40,000. The next two critical support levels that we'd be eyeing up down below the 200-day moving average. Now, by the way, if you do want to buy some dips when they happen, you need to have a good exchange account to do that with. My go-to exchange is BINANCE. It is the best and biggest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. You can buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and an insane range of altcoins available over here on Binance. If you use the link down below to start your account, you're going to get 10% off of your trading fees and up to $700 in trading bonuses. Now, one thing that makes these sell-offs so damn crazy is that this is a highly leveraged market. So as we just discussed, these kind of sell-offs with big dumps, 10, 20, 30% daily candles, pretty normal stuff. Why is that the case? Because there's so much damn leverage in the market. And look, I'm not going to stand here and bash on leverage. Leverage is a tool. If you know how to use it, it's a useful tool. If you don't know how to use it, it's a dangerous tool. That's the reality of leverage, but it is a highly leveraged market. And so what happens? People get overly bullish when things are pumping. They get overly bearish when things are dumping. People tend to get washed out on the extremes of those because they go long on tops. They go short on bottoms. Not the opposite, which is what, of course, professional traders tend to be doing. But we do see big washouts. And when those liquidations start happening, those are market sells of that Bitcoin. And that pushes the price farther down, which creates more liquidations and more market sales and pushes the price farther down and so on and so forth. We get this very quick cascading effect of liquidations pushing the price down. Because there's so much high leverage in the market, it can move pretty damn quickly when things start moving. So yesterday, past 24 hours, we've seen $1.4 billion worth of Bitcoin liquidated, almost $1 billion worth of Ethereum, and a few hundred million of the top altcoins here as well, getting liquidated on the derivatives exchanges. So if you're playing with leverage, make sure to play safe, guys. Remember to keep your position sizes small. Don't use insane amounts of leverage. And of course, put your damn stop losses in if you are trading. It'll help prevent you from getting liquidated in the first place. But yeah, that definitely is one of the major causes for these giant daily downturns that we have, is the cascading effect of market sell-off liquidations over on the derivatives exchanges. It is what it is. It happens. Anticipate it. Don't be afraid to put those stink bids in for 20, 30% less than the market price is trading at right now, because you might wake up one day and this happens. Or you might wake up and it came within $300 of your of your buy order and you didn't quite get it. That also happens. Now, the big news for today, the exciting news besides the market, of course, just crashing as it so often does, is that El Salvador has officially legalized Bitcoin as legal tender within the country. This is a world first. This is a big, big event. Look, El Salvador, it's the first country to do it, but I'm going to tell you this right now, it's not going to be the last. We are going to see other countries hop on the bandwagon here, especially once El Salvador has paved the way, show that it works, show that, their country didn't crumble. I think we're going to see a lot more countries taking interest in what El Salvador has done, freeing themselves from either the US dollar or freeing themselves from local currencies that are completely destroyed. Obviously, it takes some forward-thinking politicians to do that, but there's plenty of those out there in the world, hopefully, anyway, and we will see some more countries doing that. But when all this happened, I did kind of get to thinking, hey, wait a second. Did we just get a buy the rumors, sell the news here for El Salvador? Was it really that big of a deal? More likely it's just over-leveraged traders, but you do have to stop and wonder here. Pretty odd coincidence that we dumped 20% on the day when El Salvador legalized Bitcoin as legal tender within the country. So maybe we all just got played by Wall Street and they pulled a big buy the rumor, sell the news on us. Maybe. Whales, those guys. But El Salvador is now officially buying Bitcoin. This was from yesterday. They said they bought their first 200. They're actually now up to 550 Bitcoin. So El Salvador has bought 550 Bitcoin. They're using that Bitcoin as sort of a reserve so people can get Bitcoin. Of course, they're giving out $30 in Bitcoin to every citizen in El Salvador. That's pretty cool. And it's a pretty cool way to jumpstart people getting into Bitcoin, using Bitcoin within the country, introducing them to price volatility. Bitcoin, man. But it's happening. They've given out the Bitcoin to people. They're starting to give out Bitcoin to people. People can access that Bitcoin. People can now pay for Bitcoin. You go over to Twitter, there's lots of people out there saying, hey, I bought something at Starbucks or at McDonald's today in El Salvador using Bitcoin. So it's happening. It's very, very exciting. It's very, very exciting. Makes me want to go to El Salvador just to check it out and see it all working because it's cool. It's cool, man. A country literally adopting Bitcoin. It was big when it was announced. It's big now that it's happening. And now, of course, it's going to be out there in the wild. And other countries will start to take notice. And we have had a few countries ever since El Salvador announced saying they're going to bring forward more cryptocurrency regulations. Uruguay was talking about it. Argentinian politicians have made some statements about it, but not enacted any laws or introduced any bills. Politicians in Paraguay, politicians in Brazil, different things have happened around the world. So a few African countries have made some statements about trying to make their country's regulatory framework more friendly for crypto. But we did get a new announcement today from Panama. Panama has introduced a bill for regulating cryptocurrencies. This would allow Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, not just Bitcoin, but other cryptocurrencies to be used as an alternative payment method within the country. Nice. Obviously, going the full legal tender route like El Salvador did would have been a much stronger statement, especially considering that Panama is one of those countries so dependent on the US dollar. It would have been a good country to join in with El Salvador in terms of escaping the grips of the dollar and moving from corrupt politician money to nerdy science math money. It's better money. That's the better money, I tell you. But still, that spark starting in El Salvador, that is going to become an inferno. That is going to spread. Other countries are taking notice. Other countries have had the gauntlet laid down to them. El Salvador said, if we can do it, little old El Salvador, if we can do it, why aren't you doing it? What's stopping you? Look, the IMF threatened us. The World Bank threatened us. The U.S. State Department threatened us. We just did it. We just did it. There you go. Bitcoin can't be stopped. Anyway, that's a bit of good news for you on an otherwise grim price day. Obviously, dips are great for buying. If you put the buy orders in at the right place, Lark, come on, man, $300 away. Well, maybe if the market continues to correct, I'll get another chance to add some Satoshis at a lower price here in the coming days. But your question for today Did you buy any of these dips? And if so, what did you buy? Let me know down below in the comment section. Or have you not bought any dips and you're waiting because you think the market's going to correct even further? Also curious to hear that opinion and where you think the ball's going to stop rolling of the market correction. Also let us know that down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.